Picture this. It's 3 a.m., you're lying in the dark, staring at the ceiling, and suddenly, bam, it hits you. Absolute crystal clear clarity. You're going to wake up early, absolutely crush your workout, finally finish that massive project, and just completely turn your life around, right? You feel this unstoppable surge of energy. But then, the sun comes up. The alarm rings. And why is it that the exact same person who's ready to conquer the world just 5 hours ago is suddenly completely paralyzed by the simple act of throwing off the covers? I mean, we feel entirely capable of transforming our entire existence when we're tucked safely in bed, yet we just crumble the second we actually have to do the work. So what is actually happening to us in that exact moment?
Well, you might be thinking, I just lack discipline, or maybe I'm just naturally lazy. But honestly, the truth is far more fascinating. This isn't laziness at all. It's actually a highly predictable, biologically hardwired trap. Psychologists often call this a dopamine misfire or moral licensing. See, your brain is actively tricking you into feeling the rewarding sensation of being productive without making you take a single physical action. Wild, right? Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, the motivation paradox. To actually fix this devastating cycle of self-sabotage, we really have to look under the hood. We need to uncover the hidden psychological why driving our behavior before we can ever hope to change the how. Because right now, your mind is playing a very, very clever game with you. We've all thought this exact phrase, haven't we? I'll finally get serious and start tomorrow. It perfectly captures our deep psychological preference for an idealized, flawless future over the messy, uncomfortable reality of the present moment. Because, let's face it, tomorrow is this magical place where we never fail, we never get tired, and everything is just easy. But living in tomorrow is literally the ultimate form of avoidance. So when we face difficult tasks, our brains immediately start scanning for an escape route. For example, maybe you've got a highly complex coding project due. For a woman, avoiding that might look like spending 5 hours leveling up in a video game. But, it's not always that obvious. For a guy, this avoidance might look like delaying a major career move by spending the entire weekend endlessly reorganizing an already perfectly clean workspace. That second one is what psychologists call productive procrastination. You feel busy, sure, but you're really just hiding from the work that actually matters. Which brings us to section 2, your brain's hidden sabotage. Here's a pretty harsh reality. Evolutionarily speaking, your brain doesn't actually care about your goals, your dreams, or that brilliant startup idea. Its primary directive is simply to conserve energy and avoid discomfort at all costs. Think of your willpower like the battery on your smartphone. Every single minor choice you make from the moment you wake up drains a tiny percentage of that battery. This is decision fatigue. And here's a crazy fact to prove just how powerful this is. Studies actually show that judges are significantly less likely to grant parole right before lunch, simply because their mental batteries are totally drained. So by the time you sit down to start that difficult habit you swore you'd begin, your mental battery is already at 1%. You literally have zero willpower left. And this brilliantly illustrates what happens next. When that battery dies, a massive gap forms between our intentions and our actions. Look at our late-night plans. They always involve deep work, exercising, studying, but our biological default? It violently rejects that column and aggressively pursues the path of least resistance. We default to scrolling, resting, and distracting ourselves. And that leads us right into section 3, the dopamine trap. But guys, it actually gets worse. Because we live in an environment that is perfectly designed to exploit this biological weakness. Welcome to the neuroscience of instant gratification. Our modern world is just overflowing with hyper-stimulating, incredibly accessible distractions that completely hijack our natural reward systems. This right here is the true battleground of your life. Instant versus delayed gratification. When you constantly flood your brain with cheap, effortless dopamine, you're literally destroying your ability to pursue difficult, long-term goals. Your neural pathways physically adapt to this. They start expecting constant, high-level rewards for absolutely zero effort. So when you sit down to finally read a book or write a business plan, your brain basically screams at you because the dopamine payoff is just way too slow. We see this cheap dopamine trap everywhere, right?
For a woman, it might look like doom scrolling through endless short-form video feeds just to numb out the anxiety of an upcoming final exam. For a guy, maybe it looks like seeking immediate comfort and validation through social media likes, rather than stepping up and having a really difficult but necessary conversation with a friend. We are constantly trading long-term growth for a 5-second hit of comfort.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer scale of the deception. We love to convince ourselves that we're working all day, but the reality is completely different. 70% of our time gets eaten alive by cheap dopamine and distractions. Another 20%, that's just fake productivity, like checking your email for the 10th time, which leaves a measly 10% for actual needle-moving deep work. We are completely trapped in a loop.
And the glue holding that entire loop together is this dangerous internal lie. Just 5 more minutes of this. Come on, we all say it. But it is never just 5 minutes. This single, tiny thought is what keeps us locked into that neural adaptation of constant stimulation. It's the exact mechanism that slowly drains our potential, one tiny compromise at a time.
So, how do we fix it? Section 4, Designing Better Habits. Now that we actually understand our biological wiring, the fact that motivation is totally fleeting and willpower is just a finite battery, we can stop playing a losing game. We have to pivot away from hoping we feel motivated and instead start building foolproof systems. The foundation of this system is a powerful mental model called identity-based habits. See, true lasting behavioral change doesn't come from just setting a goal. It comes from shifting your internal narrative. You literally have to stop saying, I am trying to quit junk food, and start saying, I am not the type of person who eats junk food. When your habits actually align with your core identity, the internal resistance just drops dramatically.
Let's move to the next slide and see how this builds, because this mental shift is incredibly powerful, but it requires a physical foundation, environment design. Like we established, willpower is totally unreliable, but a curated environment, that forces action. Step 1, you remove all friction for the good habits you want. Step 2, you add extreme, annoying friction to the bad habits you want to break. And step 3, you intentionally design the space around you so that failing actually takes more effort than succeeding. Let's apply this principle of friction universally. For a guy who's struggling with constant distractions, this might mean putting his phone in a timed lockbox so he can actually focus on deep work without instinctively seeking social media validation. For a woman who really wants to read more, it might mean physically unplugging her gaming console and locking it in a literal closet. The friction to game is now incredibly high. By engineering their environments this way, their focus is protected by default.
Bringing it all together in Section 5, the path to transformation.
When you combine those identity shifts with environment design, you are finally on the path to actual transformation. This is where you realize that the initial pain of starting isn't something to avoid, it's a psychological necessity. Pushing past that first 5 minutes of discomfort is exactly how you forge genuine, unbreakable discipline. So the crucial point is this: you have the playbook now. Stop relying on that fleeting 3 a.m. motivation because it is always going to abandon you by breakfast. Fully expect your brain to resist the hard work. That's literally what it was built to do. Shift your focus to your identity, not just a finish line. And most importantly, ruthlessly control your environment so your environment doesn't control you. Because ultimately, the whole shebang boils down to this one rule. The person you are when it's hard is exactly who you become. Every single time you push through the intense discomfort of delayed gratification, you aren't just crossing a task off a list. You are literally rewiring the neural pathways in your brain for lifelong success. You're proving to yourself who you actually are. So I want you to look closely at your own daily routines. Think about those moments when you choose the easy path over the right one. What hidden habit has been quietly holding you back the most? Seriously, take a second and really think about that. And when you have your answer, I want you to drop it down in the comments below. Admitting it and sharing it is very often the very first step in actually breaking the cycle. If this explainer changed your perspective on motivation, be sure to subscribe to join us for more deep dives into human psychology and personal growth. Until next time, take control of your environment, and I'll catch you in the next one.